Welcome everyone to the info session of Solution Challenge. Thank you so much for joining in, even though I know that it is exam season now. So let us dive right into it. Now, if you do not know what Solution Challenge is, it is a Google Developer Student Club initiative wherein all GDSCs from globally participate. We provide solutions as like projects as answers to the 17 sustainable development goals set up by UN, and it is, you can say, one of the biggest hackathons in uh, on this planet, right? It's a global level competition. So your our solution challenge this year, since we have a GDSC in our campus, we get to participate as well to send in solutions through our college itself. Now let us just look at the 17 goals briefly before we dive into the entire timeline and all the things. So when you are going to be making your solutions, you have to target at least one or more of these 17 goals. So your goals over here are as listed: no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well being, quality education, gender equality, clean water and salination, affordable and clean energy, decent work and economic growth, industry and innovation and infrastructure, reduced inequalities, sustainable cities and communities, responsible consumption and production, climate action, life below water, life on land, peace, justice, and strong institution partnerships for the goals. So, as listed, these are your 17 development goals, and your ideas can revolve whatever solutions that you come up or whatever problem statement that you take should be targeting at least one of these goals. Now, coming to the eligibility criteria. So who can participate? We have all our students, like anyone from in doing undergraduate or graduate studies can participate. You have to be minimum 18 years to participate in this challenge, and it is open to all GDSC members, including the leads and the core team members. But the fact is that you can only join one team. A team will be consisting of maximum 4 people, and at least one person from that team must be a GDSC member. So, when we say a GDSC member, it means you're a member on the community platform. You know, the platform where we RSVP for events, where you find out about what events are going to be happening for PCC chapter and all. You must have joined that chapter. You must have joined our chapter on that platform, and you'll be considered as a GDSC member. And this same GDSC member will be like a team representative who will submit the team's project at a later stage. Your team members can be from different universities, so you can pair up with students who do not have a GDSC in their college. So there is no restriction that it has to be a team full of PCC students only. You can have even people from different GDSC chapters. So, say you want to collaborate with someone from GEC or BITS who have like their own GDSC chapters, but you like even then you can still collaborate with them. But you have to decide under which chapter you would wish to submit your solution, because the submission can only be done once. You won't have to submit all the 4 team members do not have to submit the solution. And then you can also, if you wish, it can people can also be from different countries in these teams, but you have to choose like a GDSC close to you when you're registering. So I would suggest having friends and all from nearby in Goa area itself. So while registering in, like, say you have a like a team of 4 members, when you're doing the registration process, each member will have to do their registration. Whereas when you're going to be doing the submission, it will be done by only one member in the team. I hope it's not confusing. So your registration and your submissions will be different forms. If you have not registered, your names will not pop up when you're trying to do your submissions. So make sure you have first registered, even if you're not sure that you're going to make a submission in the end. Please do register to have that part of yours cleared out. Now, next is coming to submission criteria. So, when you will get the submission form, that time there are a few things that you have to look at. So, I'm just going to briefly go over these. The presentation is going to be shared with you, so you can read through all these points in depth at a later stage. So, the submission form basically has five parts, that is, your project setup, your implementation, feedback, testing, and iterations, your success and completion of the solution, and the scalability. In project setup, they will be looking at what is your problem statement and which sustainable development goal you target. In implementation, they will look at your architecture at a high level with what products and platforms you use. Make note that you have to make use of at least one or more Google technology while developing your solution. Next up, under feedback, testing, and iterations, you have to get feedback from users in real time. Like maybe give it to some. You could share it with your friends or your family and like get their feedback on the app. It has to be someone outside your team. So you get that feedback, you work on that feedback. Then even while code testing, what is the challenge you faced? You have to keep a note of that so that you can speak about what challenges you had while developing the solution. Next up, you have to show how much your solution is working right now. Like give metrics, give you the outcomes that it's showing. Like if it has to give a certain output, show that okay, it is showing the correct output with like this much percent of success most of the time. Like sometimes it is failing, maybe sometimes it's passing. So give those success rates and everything. So that is in succession completion, and you have to also submit a demo video of your application. So it has to be a working application, not a prototype when you're submitting. So try to make sure that you have like got at least a minimum viable product which you have tested out with few users and then developed it before you submit it to increase your chances of it being selected. Then next up is the scalability steps. So in scalability, it is two things. One is what is the future scope of that product? Like how could you expand more on it? And second is when you're scaling it to a large application, is it handling that load? Like is it getting slower? Is it getting hindered, or does the application hang or anything like that? Like those kind of considerations you have to take care of. So these are your submission criteria when you're submitting your forms with your solution. Now, how will your submissions be evaluated? So there is two parts to it: the impact and the technology part. So, in your impact, they will be going over how you have established your problem statement, what goal you chose, and why you chose it. And then the like, have you described your feedback that you got from users? How did you iterate on that feedback? Then the addressing the success of your solution. Yeah, so our application gives the correct output 90% of the time. We have tested it using these metrics, and these metrics validate our findings. So all of those things you have to mention. And then a plan of future extension, like how would you expand onto this? Like okay, maybe to increase the load we have to probably move the infrastructure to this platform. Maybe we can expand by adding on through, like if it's a cloud project, like we can add on to it by adding another compute engine or like whatever. However you feel it is relevant in your case, you have to mention that. Then in technology aspect, you have to give the entire, like they will check the entire technical aspects of your project, like what is the architecture you have used, like what are the products and platforms, like the tech stack, basically what you have used. Have you used a Google technology, where and how and everything. Then whatever technical components that have gone into it, what were the challenges that you had faced while you were working on it, and if your video demonstration is actually covering the proper working of the application, or if it is missing things, or if it is if it's going to be a actual viable product moving forward, and if it can support more users. Like That can be judged on what your current tech stack is at. Like, okay, we are using so and so resources right now. So this much of resources can support uh, this level of user base. So you have to make a consideration of all those things when you're making your solution. Now, let us go through the timeline real quick. The registrations are supposed to open on December 1, but this is December 1 US standard time. So we are as soon as I get the registration links and all, we you can check, you can go and you can check it out, register yourselves on the platform. Even then, if you do not get if I'm not able to send the link, Solution Challenge has a link of it by itself, which is open to public. So you have to basically go on that website and register yourself. On January 11th, there is a kickoff event where they will tell you more, like they will tell the general public more about this event. So you could go and RSVP for this event as well. It works as the same way how you RSVP for the events that we conduct. Okay, so that is one thing. Then later on, the submissions will close. Submissions will open in January 21st. So again, remember your registration and your submissions are different things. Registrations will be done by all the team members. Submission will be only done by one of the team members on behalf of the entire team. Okay. So that submission phase is there from January 21st to February 22nd. So you have about a month's duration between for the submission phase, but you can start working on your solution now itself. Like, I know it's exam time, but it is all on how you want to go ahead with this event. So February 22nd, the submissions will close and the first round of judging will begin in March. After that, they will announce the top 100. Then the top 100 will get to reiterate on their solution a little after getting membership from Google, like mentorship from Google, sorry. After like the Googlers will interact with them, tell them like, okay, so and so improvements can be made. So after their improvements and everything are done, they will resubmit it during that phase of April to May, as mentioned, and another judging round will happen, after which the top 10 will be announced. And then on the demo day, the winning three teams will be announced. So this is the timeline. We start off in December and it will end somewhere in June, July. So towards like the end of June or the beginning of July. So we have like about 6 months of the solution challenge going on. It all depends, like, but the main phase is going to be that December to February phase where your initial submissions happen. Now coming to the prizes. Okay, so what do you get if you participate in this and if you are making it to top 100? So if your solution gets selected in the top 100, you will be receiving the mentorship from Googlers, and you will also be getting a t-shirt, a Google branded t-shirt, and a certificate for being in top 100. After that, after the second evaluation, if you make it into the final 10, you will again receive more mentorship. You will get a swag box, and you will get to show your solution to Google, to the Google folks like Googlers, and to the developers around the world on the demo day. So demo day is something that is a open to public event which is conducted on YouTube. Maybe you may have participated in the one which was this year and you may have seen how it goes about. If not, you can always YouTube and check it. It's a very big deal where you're like sharing it to a huge audience, your solution. Contest finalists, that is the top 10, will also be receiving a cash prize per student. And the winnings for each team, while they will not be exceeding 4,000, since there's a team of four, the entire team will get at least, at most $4,000. If you come in the winning three, right? If you are the top, if you're among the top three teams, you will get the swag box, and you will get like a feature on the Google developers blog with the cash prize for each team, at most it being at $12,000. So the stakes are quite high, but like you have to make sure that you work in such a way that you can climb that ladder from top 100 to winning three. So, if you feel I may have gone too fast through the topics right now, let us rewind and let us just go through everything again through this checklist. So, what do you have to do right now? If you haven't already joined the chapter page, go and join the chapter page. You can form a team with your friends. You can form a team with friends from different colleges, as mentioned, but make sure that they register under the chapter of GDSC PCC. So, like they register under our chapter itself if they are from a non GDSC chapter. Then, after you have done registering individually, right now pick a development goal. Like there's 17 of them. Obviously, you can't target all 17. So pick a goal and start working towards your idea. Like start thinking of problem statements of what you can do. Like what should be worked upon. Once you have picked a problem, start identifying the solution, start learning and building. There is a lot of Google resources available online to learn about the Google technologies itself and implement them. So you can start learning and building your tools. As and when we get any resources, we will also be sharing. There is some to be shared in this document itself. So we'll get to that also. Test your solutions, share, like get your feedback, do the iteration on the feedback and all that process. Record the demo video and submit the project. After that, everything depends on how it is judged and whether your project gets selected. So, till this step, it's all your work. Till step 9, where you record your demo and you submit your project. So, first step, join the team. Second step, form a team. Join a club. Then form a team. Register individually uh, for the event, and you can select a United Nations goal. Again, it can be one or more, but try to focus on one so that you can build a much more in-depth solution, and select who is your target audience as well, because that is very crucial. Like who are you aiming for that platform or the solution or whatever it is that you create, who will be using it. Decide that prior and then start building upon it. So as I had mentioned, there is a few resource, like there is this resource document that I will be sharing. As I'm sharing the PPT, you will get the link to this document. Now, this document has like a bunch of resources, like and a bunch of links connected together in one place for you to see, like get started with the different tech stacks, which would be Google related as well. So as you see over here, like it might be a little small to read in this image, but like there is content regarding Android, there is content about Angular, Flutter, Cloud, ML, and as you cloud, yeah, and a little about like GitHub's, like the GitHub's links and all, which you can make use of for the resources. So this resource document will be obviously available to you guys. Make use of that. Start learning. You can start building according to your convenience. And now, what all can you do? Like right now, the best I have for you here is to show like these sample ideas I got of ChatGPT, but please do think of it on your own. Like you can come up with ideas like waste reduction apps. So build an app that helps user track their consumption patterns, offer sustainable alternatives, and promotes responsible weight management. This one was targeting the SDG, responsible consumption and production, or a AI powered learning assistant, which was targeting quality education, software develop, sorry, SDG, and telemedicine platform, which was targeting the good health and well-being. So these were just base ideas. They might have already been worked upon. Okay, so you can go back to the Google Solution Challenge, the website. You can check what were the solutions that were there in the previous years and all. Take inspiration from them, get to know what has been done, what can be done on them, or what has not been done as well. And here is a video which is like advice from the winners of the previous solution challenges. So this way, you will get to uh, know in which path you should go forward. Just let I'll just be playing this small video. Please let me know if you hear it.
My tip is to believe in yourself and most importantly, believe in your team.
Even if it's code you haven't experienced, it is important to try it first.
Collaboration is key. Work on projects together so as to improve your knowledge and skills.
Stay innovative, keep thinking, and get a good team because sometimes that's all that matters.
Complex problems can be overwhelming, but breaking them down into small tasks can make them more approachable.
Feedback can be tough to hear, but it is important to be open to constructive criticism.
Communicate openly and honestly when your teammates.
Take care of your local communities. The greatest impact that we have is when we care for the people around us.
Everyone has unique strengths and weaknesses, so don't be afraid to lean on each other.
Talk to your users directly and discover what they really need.
Please recognize each person's strengths and distribute your role accordingly.
Go for it. Even if you don't know how, just learn as you code.
Work on something that you're passionate about, for passion drives innovation.
Find a cause that you believe in and it'll guide you through your project.
Every effort, every job, and every little detail matters. Work on it, and little by little you will grow.
Don't be afraid to face challenges and trust in your ability to learn and grow.
Challenge the status quo to make a difference within your community.
Maximize your resources, engage your professors for guidance, and tap into your network for project support.
The sky is not your limit, it's your starting point.
So I think the tips from here can help you go forward. I think the biggest worry when it comes to such a huge challenge is like, should I even bother participating, considering it is such a high level thing where there is a lot of people participating, might be giving like crazy, wonderful ideas. So even if you feel like you might not make it till the end, participating is what matters the most. So try to participate, come up with your ideas. Even if you're not able to reach that submission stage, that phase where you were trying to build on a solution will also prove to be a very learning experience for you, right? It will be a learning experience in the end. So try to make sure that you're learning a lot through this challenge, because that is also a very huge aim of this challenge, to get you to learn, to get you to develop, and to get you to grow more. Now, just a few FAQs. If can your solution be solving a problem outside the 17 SDGs? That would be no. You will have to solve for at least one or more of the 17 SDGs. One student or team submit multiple submissions if they have contributed to projects? You have to limit only one entry per person. So each student can be part of only one submission. That is one team, one submission, and that student cannot be a part of multiple teams. Next up is, can you participate if there is no GDSC at a club? So you can let your friends know from different colleges, if they do not have GDSC at their club, that all they need to have is a team having at least one student member in the GDSC university. So basically, you could be the only GDSC PCC member in that team, and all could be external members, and you will still be eligible for participating in GDSC Solution Challenge. Now, coming to the link that I had said that you can look at, it is mentioned over here. In this over here, like if you click, it is going to take to the link. Let me just show you the link. So I hope it is visible. Yeah. So this is the 2024 Solution Challenge. When the registration link goes active, you will be able to see it somewhere here only. So that time you can start registering. Obviously, on our community WhatsApp channel, like we will share as soon as the registration link goes active so that you will know. Okay. The timeline and everything has been mentioned here. How to go about uh, building the solution is being mentioned. The UN 17 goals have been covered here. You can also take a look at the example projects that they have mentioned over here in case you need some ideas. Again, there is a tab for the resources, like how to, what type of resources. Like these are related to how to design. Like these are not technical resources, but the resources that would be needed to let you know how to go about the entire project building phase. You can look through that. You can look through the demo day videos, uh, like the different demo day solution challenges. And here is the FAQ page wherein they have covered a few more questions than before. So if you have any more questions, you can go through these FAQ pages and you can also ask them to me or the other co-members. Here is the kickoff event that I had mentioned about. So you can even go and RSVP for that event if you want to know more from the Google, like the GDSC Global team. So that was mainly about this session. Like it was to get you guys familiarized with the solution challenge. It was to let you all know that it is beginning now. So if you wish to participate in it, you can start talking, building your teams, thinking of your ideas. And maybe after the exams are done with, you can start building on your solution. Because the submission date is February 22nd, the last day of submission. And that is quite far away. If you get the time, make sure you do uh, make sure you do uh, develop on your solutions and participate. But yes, that was mainly all that was there for this session. It was just to get you all introduced to the solution challenge. So if you have any questions, then please do ask here. Or like as I had mentioned, this was supposed to be the short session. I'm keeping my word. All the best for your exams that are there now, and thank you so much for joining in once again, even though it is exams coming up soon. Um, but that was it from my side for now. So thank you for joining in, guys. If you have any questions, you can drop in the chat or you can just unmute and ask right now. Okay.